Say I lost everything tomorrow, my whole system, gone, and I had to build it all again from scratch, knowing everything I know now. That's the video today. These are the 7 amplifiers I'd buy if I had to start over. We're going from the cheapest all the way up to my dream amp, the one I'd worked toward for years. And that number 1? It's the amp I'd want to own for the rest of my life. So stick around for that. Quick thing before we start. If this helps you out, hit subscribe. It really does help the channel. Alright, let's start from the bottom and build up. Number 7. The Marantz PM6007. Everybody remembers their first real amplifier. And for a huge number of people getting into this hobby, it's this one. The Marantz PM6007 costs around $600. And it has quietly won Best Budget Amplifier awards, year after year after year. Think about how hard that is. Every year, new competitors show up trying to knock it off, and every year, it just keeps winning. Marantz has been doing this for decades, and this little amp is the proof that they still know exactly what they're doing. Now, 45 watts per channel doesn't sound like a lot on paper, but here's what matters more than the number. It's got that warm, smooth, full-bodied Marantz sound that the brand built its whole name on. Nothing about it is harsh or tiring. You can listen for hours. Some of the amps coming later on this list are all about excitement and energy, and we'll get to those. But the Marantz is about pure, easy enjoyment. It just makes everything sound pleasant, and it comes loaded. A built-in phono stage for your turntable, digital inputs for your TV or CD player, a proper headphone jack. For $600, you're getting a complete do-it-all amp that punches way above its price and won't hold back better speakers when you upgrade them later. If you're just starting out, you start here. No question. It's the safe, smart, beloved first step. But the second you're ready to spend a little more, there's a whole different flavor of amplifier waiting, and it sounds nothing like this one. Number 6. The Rega IO. That completely different flavor I just mentioned? This is it. Where the Marantz is smooth and relaxing, the Rega IO does the opposite. It grabs you. The Rega IO costs under $1,000 too, but the two amps could not be more different in what they're going for. This one is British, hand-built in England by Rega, a company founded in 1973 that spent over 50 years chasing one very specific thing: the pure, foot-tapping joy of music. That's the famous Rega sound. Lively, energetic, rhythmic. Put on a song, and a Rega amp makes you want to get up and move. It's a feeling more than a spec, and it's the reason Rega has a following that borders on obsession. It only puts out about 30 watts per channel, and it's a simple little half-width box. There's no DAC, no streaming, no Bluetooth, just a built-in phono stage, and a clean direct signal path. And that's the whole point. Rega strips away everything that doesn't matter and pours all the money into the sound. It's why this tiny amp punches so far above its size, and why reviewers keep handing it award after award. So already, just 2 picks in, you've got a real choice to make. Smooth and easy, or lively and fun? And here's the good news. Everything from here on up only gets better at both, because the next amp is the one that finally does everything at once. Number 5. The Audiolab 6000A. Ask a room full of audio files for the best value amplifier ever made. And this is the name that keeps coming up. The Audiolab 6000A costs somewhere around $600 to $700, and it's earned a quiet legend status. There's a famous line reviewers use about it, that Audiolab squeezed every last penny of performance out of the price, and then stopped only because the money ran out. Nothing was left on the table. That's the reputation this amp carries, and unlike the 2 picks before it, the 6000A genuinely does it all. 68 watts per channel, so there's real muscle here. A superb built-in DAC, which means your computer, your TV, and your streamer all plug straight in and sound fantastic. A phono stage for records, Bluetooth for convenience, where the Marantz leans warm and the Rega leans exciting. The Audiolab just gives you the straight truth. Clean, confident, honest sound that doesn't add anything and doesn't hide anything. This is the amp for the person starting over who wants one box to handle their entire life and doesn't want to compromise to get it. It's the sensible genius pick, the one that quietly over-delivers, while flashier amps get all the attention. So that's the budget tier sorted. 3 genuinely brilliant amps, each with its own personality. Now we cross a line, because the next amp isn't just a great budget choice, it's the one that people at every level, beginners and lifelong audiophiles alike, seem to agree might be the smartest single amplifier you can buy right now. Number 4. The Cambridge Audio CX-A81. If you asked me to name the one amplifier that almost nobody in this hobby will argue with, it's this one. It might be the single most recommended amp in all of hi-fi. The Cambridge Audio CXA81 costs around $1,300, and it has won What HiFi Awards 4 years in a row, not one award, 4, back-to-back. Cambridge Audio is a British company that's been around since 1968, and they built their entire reputation on making gear that embarrasses stuff costing far more. When a beginner asks the internet what to buy, this is the amp the internet says. The spec sheet is where it starts to pull ahead of everything below it. 80 watts per channel, with real authority. Balanced XLR inputs, which is a genuinely high-end feature you almost never see at this price. A top-tier ESS Saber DAC built in, the same kind of chip you'll find in gear costing several times as much. Bluetooth on top. And the build is superb, heavy and solid, in a way that makes it feel a lot more expensive than it is. But here's the thing that makes it a home run. The sound is bold, detailed, and dynamic, and it does everything well while doing nothing wrong. When reviewers went looking for downsides, the con they landed on was, and I'm quoting here, nothing at this price. That basically never happens. Because of those balanced inputs and that DAC, it also slots into any system you could dream up and keeps doing its job for years while you upgrade everything around it. This is the amp you buy when you want to stop overthinking and just own something guaranteed to be excellent. And it's the perfect springboard, because from here, we leave the sensible world behind. The next 3 amps aren't about value anymore. They're about desire. Number 3. The Naim Nait XS3. There are hi-fi brands people like. And then there's Naim, a brand people are genuinely devoted to, almost religiously. The Naim Nait XS3 costs around $3,000. And to understand why it's worth that, you have to understand the obsession. Naim is a British company with a following unlike almost anything else in audio. People who buy Naim tend to stay Naim owners for life. And the Nait is their classic integrated amplifier, a design they've been quietly perfecting for decades. What hi-fi thought so highly of it, they put it in their Hall of Fame. So what is everyone so obsessed with? One word: timing. Naim amps have this uncanny sense of rhythm and drive, a way of locking onto the beat of a song that makes music feel urgent and alive and exciting. Reviewers literally call the Nait XS3 a thrill machine. It's the kind of amp you sit down to test for 10 minutes and look up an hour later, still listening. 70 watts per channel, a lovely phono stage for vinyl, and built like a tank. Remember how the little Rega IO brought energy and excitement to the budget world? Think of the Naim as that same thrilling idea, but rebuilt at a genuinely high-end level, with far more resolution, control, and sheer musical grip. This is where you cross from very good hi-fi into the real thing, and it's widely seen as the sweet spot of Naim's entire range, the exact point where you get that famous Naim magic, without stepping up into their truly eye-watering prices. It's a serious amplifier, and for a lot of people, it would be the last one they ever buy. But we've still got 2 dream amps left, and they are special. Number 2. The Rega Ethos. Remember that little Rega IO way back at number 6, the one that grabbed you with all that energy? Now imagine that exact magic, with the leash taken off completely. That's the Rega Ethos. It costs around $4,000, and it's Rega's flagship integrated amplifier, the full expression of everything the company has learned in 50 years. It has won What HiFi Awards year after year as the best amp in its price class, and reviewers routinely put it on the shortlist of the finest integrated amplifiers you can buy at any price, not just its own. What makes it a genuine dream amp is what's happening inside. 125 watts per channel, driven by a power stage cleverly designed to give you the rich, gorgeous liquid sound of a Class A amplifier without the enormous heat and waste that usually comes with it. It's a big, beautiful, seriously built machine, and every design choice serves one single goal: making music sound absolutely stunning. No streaming, no gimmicks, no clutter, just pure, thrilling, powerful sound. This is the amp I'd call the realistic dream. Expensive? Yes, but not fantasy money. The kind of thing you could actually picture yourself saving up for and owning one day. The amp that finally delivers everything those cheaper Regas only hinted at. And that's what makes the number 1 pick so wild. Because after all of this, after 3 brilliant budget amps and 3 genuinely special high-end ones, there's still a single amplifier sitting above them all. The one I'd truly want for the rest of my life. Number 1. The Yamaha A-S3200. This is the dream, the one I'd worked toward for years, the amp I'd want to own for the rest of my life. The Yamaha A-S3200 costs around $7,500. And before you click away at that price, let me tell you why it's worth dreaming about. This is Yamaha's top integrated amplifier. The only things above it in their entire lineup are the 5000 series separates that cost around $10,000 each. So this is about as high as you go before you're into truly crazy money. And you have to understand who Yamaha is. They were founded in 1887. Before HiFi even existed, Yamaha was building instruments. They make concert grand pianos that sit on the best stages in the world. They make the mixing boards in professional studios. So when Yamaha builds an amp to play back a piano, they already know exactly what a piano is supposed to sound like. Because they built the piano. Nobody else can say that. Now the amp itself. It's fully balanced, which is a high-end design where the signal runs through mirror image circuits the whole way through, canceling out noise at every step. Yamaha uses something they call a floating balanced power amp and a mechanical ground concept, which is their way of keeping vibration and noise from ever touching the sound. And it's just gorgeous. Heavy, beautifully built, with real wood side panels and high-gloss piano black. It looks and feels like an heirloom. And it's number one for a simple reason. This isn't an amp you buy and replace in a few years. This is an amp you buy once, and it outlives you. It's the kind of thing you pass down to your kid. Starting over, everything else on this list is a smart, sensible choice for right now. This one is the dream, sitting at the top of the mountain, the thing that makes you want to keep climbing in the first place. And that's exactly why I saved it for last. So that's the whole list. Built back up from nothing. The Marantz to start. The Rega IO for pure fun. The Audiolab to do it all. The Cambridge as the safe home run, the name for that high-end thrill. The Rega Ethos as the realistic dream, and the Yamaha as the amp at the very top of the mountain. And this is the thing I want you to take from it. You don't need to spend a fortune to build something you love. You can start at $600 with that little Marantz and be genuinely happy for years. Starting over taught me that the trick was never buying the most expensive thing. It was buying the right thing at every single step. Now I want to hear from you. If you had to start over tomorrow, which of these would you grab first? And what's your dream amp, the one you're working toward? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And if you liked this, go check out the speaker version of this same list. It's the perfect next watch. See you there.